film on my phone and welcome to another video. Today we are listening to Megan Thee Stallion's debut album, Good News, and that's some really good news in 2020. I am so excited to listen to this project. I've heard Suga, I have heard Fever before, like both of them a decent amount, and literally she's just been an icon this year. WAP, you already know, just everything she's done this year has just been so exciting and so interesting, and I'm really excited to see what she brings to her debut actual album that's not like a mixtape or anything like that. I'm really excited. Like I do with all my videos that feature a Black artist, I will be donating any revenue generated from this video, if my channel ever gets monetized, to Black Lives Matter organizations. I just feel like it's the right thing to do, and yeah, that's all. It is a pretty long album. It's 17 songs long, but I know that the songs are relatively short, which is typical of the genre, but I'm overall just really excited to get into it. I've also heard the last 3 tracks, the Savage remix, Girls in the Hood, and Don't Stop, and I think I liked all of them, but just know those are the only 3 I think that I've heard before and at the end. Anyways, let's get into it. Track number 1 is Shots Fired. Oh, we're getting right into it. Oh, we all knew what I could come back with. Period, girl. Oh, no justice for Breonna Taylor. Period. Say her name. Her flow is incredible, as expected. I love the chorus. Can't repeat any of it, but still enjoy it. It's a good flow. Who you taking shots at? Period. She's the legend. She's gonna send it right back. Oh, period. So that was Shots Fired, and wow, that is a very bold way to start the album. And she's spilling tea about what happened to her in July, with Tory Lanez. And that was not good that he did that, to, understate that. The amount of stress and hardship that she had to endure through that incident, in addition to just being a Black woman in America, that's just not okay for all the people saying she was lying about getting shot. Yeah, and definitely she's another victim of systemic racism and also sexism and the intersection of that, of being a Black woman. And while I can't personally relate to that, it's definitely a very moving message that she's putting into this song. And it feels like she's getting that out of the way because people probably came to hear what she had to say about that. And now she can move on to whatever else she's going to say. And if she doesn't, that's also okay. That was a very traumatic incident. If she wants to talk about it more, she's totally welcome to. If she doesn't, she doesn't have to. You can't force her, and you shouldn't try to force her. That would be really insensitive. I do really enjoy the cadence of the song, and also just it really makes me think about 2020. Not just what Megan's 2020 is, but also 2020 and the situation around our renewed fight for racial justice. And I hope that we continue fighting. The work isn't over. It didn't end in June. It's still going on, but basically the rest of our lives and beyond that. So keep fighting. Track number 2 is Circles. Oh, this seems like an older sample being put into here. Ooh, I like this build. I feel like we're gonna explode really soon. Ooh, got upbeat real quick. Ooh, I like the shh. Oh, this is a really bad-ish song. Never let them come between the check, period. It's not a party if she's not included, period. I ain't in my feelings with it. She's having fun. lovely outro. So that was Circles, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, she's taking her relationship struggles and just the struggles that she's had with her life in the past couple of years, referring to earlier stuff, as well as like the passing of her mom. And like, she's like, no, I'm going to channel that into something positive. And she's like, I'm gonna make this every like bad girl anthem. And yes, we have to stand that. We love making something positive out of something very horrific and negative. Like, you have to see the silver lining, especially when life is getting you down like that. So like, yeah, I appreciate it. It was also just a fun song. Like, again, I'm not gonna catch every lyric because this is my first time listening. I am checking like lyrics as I go along just to see if I got like the general tone right, but I'm not here to analyze every lyric. Obviously, like Megan and really anyone in the rap industry, like, they often will make allusions to things that I won't know, or not everyone will know, and that's okay. Like, that's just how it is, and like, that's fine. But I will be trying to at least get some of the message each time, just so I'm not reporting some falsehoods to y'all. Especially with how cool the beats in rap and hip hop are, like, oftentimes it's easy to get the meaning lost. Especially, she spits really quickly. Like, if you think about WAP and you're like Cardi B versus Megan's part, like, there's definitely a speed difference, and Megan is very fast. So if I don't catch something, she's rapping very quickly, and it's very impressive, but I definitely won't catch everything. Track number 3 is Crybaby featuring DaBaby. Ooh, we're a little slower at the beginning. Is DaBaby just listing girls' names? This feels like it's a little bit of a similar song that they did together on Fever. I think it was called Cash something. Now she's listing guys' names. Alright, we get it. You're attractive. You can get anyone you want. So that was Crybaby, and I feel like that song's message is very straightforward. That, yeah, they get around, and they're proud of it, and good for them. Very happy that they can have their active, intimate lives. You know, even during the pandemic, like, good job. Y'all hopefully are safe. And yeah, it was a nice track. I'm not sure if I like it as much, not necessarily because of the subject matter or anything like that, but more because I feel like the beat for me wasn't as catchy. It felt very like stagnant throughout, and that's totally fine. That happens in a lot of rap and hip hop, and yeah, it just might not be my thing. I think I'll have to listen to it more before I actually come to a conclusive answer on that though. Track number 4 is Do It on the Tip, featuring City Girls and Hot Girl Meg. Isn't Megan Hot Girl Meg though? Oh, this is an interesting beat right here. Can I take your order? Fast food. Was that a Lion King reference? Okay. They're her sons? Isn't that Nicki Minaj's thing? Because they keep going and going in their raps, like, I kind of forget that time is passing and then the song's over because it's under 3 minutes. So that was Do It on the Tip. I feel like that song is also straightforward. I don't think you have to listen to it to know. Like, it's about them being intimate with people. And good for them, again. I like the sonics of this one better than I did with Crybaby, so I'm probably more apt to listen to it. And yeah, like, City Girls are also iconic. Like, we love to see them collaborate. I think they've collaborated before, and I think if I remember right, Hot Girl Summer had a City Girls like sample in it. So like, I'm glad that they're working together because they do have really compatible sounds, and it does feel like it flows very well. Track number 5 is Sugar Baby. Oh, I love the sonics already of this. Support black business. I love that for her. She really is that bad chick, and we have to stand. I'm already rich, but I'm still trying to get rich. Go off, Megan. So that was Sugar Baby, and what an iconic song. You know, it's about being a sugar baby. Yo, I want money, and I'll be with you and be intimate with you, but joke's on you, I like doing that too. And honestly, go off, queen. Like, yeah, she's a legend. Like, the fact that she was able to like pay for her college through that, and not feeling like she was like uncomfy doing that, like, we have to stand. It's a job like any other, and it's a very lucrative job, and if she enjoys doing it, I'm not going to shame her for that. Like, college is expensive, y'all. I also just really liked the beat of it. It was really fun. It was really cool. Very much like the support black business line, because regardless, support black businesses because they deserve your support. But I like that she also did it in the cheeky way of like, hi, make me rich. And I'm like, okay, queen. Track number 6 is Movie featuring Lil Durk. A lot of yeahs. Feels almost like WAP. ASMR, hear me chewing. Okay. Oh, so it's like a duet. It's like a back and forth. She really is only after the rich guys. Sure, fair. Period. So that was a movie, and I liked that song. It had a nice back and forth between Lil Durk and Megan Thee Stallion, and I didn't think either of them sounded like bad on it. It was interesting to shift from a songs all that were pretty much 3 minutes or under to a song that was nearly 4 minutes. And I don't know if this is the song I would have given more time to. It felt very repetitive, and the shake your booty line was just long, and like it was like fine. It just got a little bit boring at times for me. But overall, the song is a good song. It's about, hey, she only deals with rich guys, and that's okay. That's her type. That's her style. We stand. And like, I don't know. It was, yeah, it was a good song, but it was definitely a shift to get to a like it being longer. And again, I'm not quite sure if I would put it here versus some other songs before that I was like, oh, I could have had that get repeated a couple times. Track number 7 is Freaky Girls featuring SZA. LOL. I apologize for saying LOL out loud. That's embarrassing. Oh, I love SZA's voice. I want her to come out with an album. Please, SZA. Oh, I knew you was a crybaby. That's going back to the song Crybaby, I assume. If I wasn't such a player, it'd probably be somebody's wife. Okay. There's such a like contrast between what she's singing about and how she is singing. She is a special kind of lady. What was outro? SZA, please drop a follow-up to Control, please. So that was Freaky Girls featuring SZA, and a lovely track. SZA and Megan sound great together. SZA just sounds great as a whole, and Megan typically just sounds great as a whole too. So like, I'm not surprised, but like they really morph together because SZA definitely doesn't go in that like full-on rapping direction that Megan typically goes to. So I'm really glad that that happened together. It's a nice collab. Lyrics are straightforward, they're awesome in a certain room of the house. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. And really, SZA, please drop an album. Like, I'd love to listen to that. Yes, overall, a great song. Again, now we're back to shorter songs, and like this one could have been longer. So Like, interesting where songs are longer versus shorter. Track number 8 is Body. Is she moaning? Okay. Okay. She's repeating that syllable. When she repeats body overall, it sounds like yada yada yada. Interesting. I'm the hottest, you don't even have to heat me up. Period. Is that Carole Baskin, like a Tiger King reference? This repetition is like, could be annoying, but it's also really catchy. People spend a lifetime trying to get this hot. Okay, hot girl Meg. So that was Body. And yep, that's a song right there. Like, she really made a really catchy song. It's really playing in my head. I don't know if that means it's a good song or just a catchy but could be irritating sound. I don't know. She really one-upped, though, all of the Body Adi from Doja Cat's Say So. Like, she really was like, no, this is the whole chorus now. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Appreciate the Carole Baskin reference. I actually still haven't seen Tiger King, but I feel like I should have because it was like a quarantine activity that everyone seemed to do back then. But like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to listen to this more before I figure out whether this is a song that I'm going to really like because of how catchy it is and how groovy I can get into it, or if it's a song that's gonna get stuck in my head and I won't want to listen to it so that I can avoid it staying stuck in my head. So yes, very interesting. Track number 9 is What's New. Oh, I just liked how this just kind of like brought us in. They mad, what's new? What's new? I just love this beat. Like, I'm just getting engrossed in it. Period. So that was What's New, and I really got into that. It was a very groovy track, and it's very catchy, but like in a different way than like Body is. Like, it's very much like, you know, haters, back off. Like, what's new? You're mad? Whatever. Like, you're mad because she's more successful than you. That's pretty much it. And like, yeah, thoroughly like enjoyed the track. I'm definitely going to get more into it as I notice more and more lyrics. But like, I definitely appreciate like the sound of it and also just the message. She's like, really, you're gonna hate on me where there's some mediocre white rappers that are male that like get away with just being mediocre, whereas she's doing the most here as a black female rapper, or just even as a rapper in general. Like, she's just doing the most, she's doing the best, like she's thriving in this industry. And you know, you need to back off, you need to calm down. She has a crown. Track number 10 is Work That. Oh, they brought that shut the F up back. Ride him like a rodeo? Okay. You're looking like a snack. Okay. I like how she says rodeo. Feels very like Lil Nas Old Town Road-esque. Sounds like that's her standard tagline now. So that was Work That, and I feel like the lyrics are pretty straightforward on that. Like, she's being intimate, she's being her real hot girl self, and yeah, we still stand. And yes, I enjoyed it. Like, it was really catchy, like from the rodeo like to the rest of the song. Like, it was just really fun. Definitely can get hyped to it. Definitely like a feel-good song, which is always nice. Track number 11, Intercourse, featuring Popcaan and Mustard. I don't know which one of the featured artists this is, but it feels like This doesn't sound like someone whose voice will work well with Megan's. Her voice works well with the track itself. Tell me what you like about me. Period. Is this the same featured artist or the other one? If both of them are parts of the song, I have trouble telling which is which. This is such the interesting chorus, like just saying sexual intercourse, sexual. So that was Intercourse. Not really my favorite song on the album. Like, it's not because of Megan. Megan is the part that I like. I think it's Popcaan, I looked up. It seems Popcaan's the one who sings, and Mustard is the one who produces. So, good for them. Like, it's a well-produced track, and Megan's verse is great, but I'm not really a fan of the chorus. I'm not really a fan of, like, the vocals of Popcaan. And it's just, like, very heavily, like, filtered, auto-tuned. I don't know if that's what his voice normally sounds like, but it's definitely not the sound that's for me. And that's okay, it might be your guys' favorite sound, but, like, definitely a skippable song that I probably won't listen to much. Track number 12, Go Crazy, featuring 2 Chainz and Big Sean. Very simplistic way to start the song. The song is catchy, but it feels kind of familiar. Does it sound like something else? She about to go crazy. This is a feature artist I can get down with. She pray for me, but she better pray for whoever in my way. Period. Again, she's not gonna come if they're not rich. A little bit of a coarser delivery, but I think it works here. I'm about to go crazy. So that was Go Crazy, and that was a really nice, catchy track, and a great example of when you can add collaborators and they sound good on the track. Like 2 Chainz and Big Sean and Megan, they all have different deliveries, but they were all very compatible with each other, and at least none of them like irked me the wrong way. I didn't feel like any of them were heavily like auto-tuned or definitely filtered or anything like that. So I did enjoy that. Message-wise, similar themes. We've been new. It's a good song. I do enjoy it. It's definitely getting to the point where, you know, we're 12 songs in and we're having some similar themes and, you know, similar deliveries. So I am going to start probably getting a little bit of album fatigue just because of figuring everything out and trying to remember what's what. So that's why I listen to it multiple times before I rank everything. Track number 13 is Don't Rock Me to Sleep. That's an interesting title. Oh, is she singing on this? Oh, this is a nice groovy tune, and she's singing. If you want to leave, then bye bye bye, period. I'm a big girl, so I won't cry. She's really bringing some nostalgia here. Holding hands, that sounds kind of counter to the other messages of this album. Bye bye bye. Period. So that was Don't Rock Me to Sleep, and wow, we got to hear Megan sing, which was really nice. It almost felt like rap singing though, just because of how, like, pretty similar toned all the notes were, which is totally fine with me. Like, it sounded really good, the sonics of it were really good. It's about having clear communication, something I personally adore having. So, like, it was nice to hear, like, a different side of Megan. Like, I thoroughly enjoy her rapping, but I also enjoy her singing, which it kind of breaks any sense of album fatigue because this song does sound different, clearly. I don't know why it's been pushed much to the later side of the record, but I personally really enjoy it, and I'm glad that she decided to add that to her debut. Track number 14, Outside. This also might be the last song on like the standard, just because we have heard those last 3 songs, so I don't really know what's up with that, but that's alright. We're gonna keep listening after. Again, STFU. There's like piano in the background here. Okay. I'm gonna be outside till I don't wanna be. It's her choice. She has autonomy. This is clearly like hip hop and rapping, but it feels like poetic and sonically very like soft. I like how she's challenging the double standards that women and also black women face. Period. So that was Outside, and I definitely can see it as a closer for the record. However, like, we don't know exactly how Don't Stop feels at the end. But like, this song just shows how like powerful she is. Like, she's like, everyone after me is like gonna be a downgrade. And good for her. Like, she deserves that like energy, and she's put that energy into herself, and it clearly shows, you know, she is the best. And you know, we have to recognize that, and also recognize that she gets to make the rules of her life. We don't define them for her. Men don't define them for her. Men of any race, and women that are white also don't get to. Like, she gets to define her own standards, no one else. And I like that she's talking about that. Like, she's like, I'm going to be outside until I don't want to be. And yeah, like, I feel like that is pretty much all there is to it, that she gets to make those decisions herself. We don't get to make those. She has autonomy. She has independence, and she's an independent woman, and she'll tell you that. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this song. It's definitely a sonically really cool song. Like, I like how soft like the piano in the background is versus like, you know, the normal rapping that we've grown accustomed to from Megan that we also really enjoy. Track number 15, the Savage remix featuring Beyoncé. I've definitely heard this song. It came out like 6 months ago, and thoroughly like it. Let's hear it again, especially within the context of the album. I like how she's like bank account matching, period. Oh, it's a movie, like the song Movie from before. Hips, TikTok, OnlyFans, Beyonce's hip. If you don't jump to put jeans on, you don't feel my pain. Okay. I used to know the Savage dance. It's on my TikTok. Link down below, but I don't know it anymore. Okay, Beyonce, sing, girl. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Okay. No comparison here. Period. So that was the Savage remix. Iconic. Two icons on the same track together. Love that. Like, yeah, I'm so happy for Megan literally getting like the stamp of approval among like other like black females in the music industry, like Nicki Minaj with Hot Girl Summer, like WAP with Cardi B, the Savage remix with Beyonce. Like, literally, wow, like that's awesome for her, and she deserves it. And it's nice that we got this cool remix. Like, it's a good remix. It's so different from the original. Like, it still keeps elements that were important to the original, but like, you know, she changes up her flow. Megan does, and then Beyonce obviously has her own flow as well. And like, yeah, I'm so happy that she got that. Like, that must be something that's really special for Megan to have that seal of approval so like early in her career. Like, that came out before her first album did. So good job, good song, thoroughly enjoy it. Track number 16, Girls in the Hood. Another song I think I've heard before, but I don't remember it that well. Oh, I forgot how quickly it came in. She is not gonna fake it. Oh, this is catchier than I remember it. They still mad, but what's new? If I don't like who asking, period. Cause, effect. Period. So that was the Girls in the Hood. Again, a song we've heard before. I definitely forgot it existed. I forgot how catchy it was. Like, I think I had only heard it once. And it's a good song. Like, again, continuing themes that we've heard on this record. And, like, yeah, it's very catchy, too. And has a lot of energy and hype to it. And I could definitely get down to it. It's definitely a fun song. And definitely, like, is like a mission statement for Megan, if that makes sense. Track number 17, last track on this album, Don't Stop, featuring Young Thug. I'm pretty sure I've heard this song before, but I don't recall what it sounds like. Oh, this is an interesting intro. There's something distinct about when Megan raps a little slower so that we can hear every word. This is about intimacy, but what else is new? Pop that cap. Y'all know what that means. If you don't, that's okay. I'm too full of myself, and I am made to deserve. Okay. Again, outroing with the same as the intro sound. Like, it's an interesting way to end the album. So that was Don't Stop, and wow. A song still very much like within line of what Megan raps about and what a lot of rappers rap about, which is, you know, intimacy. And like, she's like, don't stop. You know, you can figure out and fill in the blank what she's telling her partner not to stop doing. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a good song. I would say I would have put it early in the album. It doesn't feel like how I end this whole body of work from her. But I guess if we're thinking it as a more like deluxe part of it, then like Outside, I guess, does function that pretty well. And yeah, Don't Stop is good. Young Thug, he's okay on it. Like, I would have been fine without him on it and just make the song shorter or add another verse from Megan. Like, that would have been fine as well. With that, we have finished this album, and I have to say, that was a lot from Megan. Like, as you would expect from a 17-song album, all of which are a lot of rap songs, like, from Megan especially, because she raps so quickly, she can punch a lot in within, you know, a short amount of time. Like, normally I get upset about songs being really short, but I think that works to her advantage in that she's able to, you know, get her message concise within it, and also she raps so fast that like her 2.5 minutes of rapping is the equivalent of the same amount of content in a 4-minute song. Like, so I like it. It lets us get through the song, lets us vibe to the song while we want to, and if we want to listen to it more, we can play it again. I will say it is a very long album for how fast she raps. Like, maybe it's because I pause in between and like look up lyrics or like, you know, talk to y'all about it. But I feel like overall this album is very dense. There's a lot of messages in here and definitely can't catch them on the first listen. And I don't think I'm intended to. Like, I'm pretty sure like Megan's like, oh yeah, you listen to these songs over and over, you discover new things as you go along, and that's totally fine with me. That's definitely the vibe and definitely what I will have to do in order to get more vibes from Megan. I am glad that this album is longer because I've definitely talked about on this channel how I feel like certain albums have been really short lately and that they should be longer. But like, also 17 tracks is a lot to go through and a lot to digest in one sitting. And so like, I think when I listen again, like, even though it is only 49 minutes, like, there's a lot going on in it. And I definitely don't want to do a disservice to Megan by not understanding it all because it's all in one sitting. I do feel like there are a couple songs on this album that like could get cut if you were trying to make it more digestible, and I'm sure those are going to be in like the Not Really My Thing or in the lower end of the second tier, just because like they don't add things, they're stuff that was already in line with your message. Like, it's still a really good album, and Megan should be thoroughly proud of herself for it, and I'm proud of her as well, and I will be listening to a lot of this again. But like at the same time, there's a lot to get through, and yeah, like there can be a lot of album fatigue, and I don't want that to work against her in any way. I love the album cover, by the way. Like, I didn't know where else to talk about it, but it looks good. Like, everything that has newsprint on the front of their cover, like, it's gonna be good. Like, I thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, like, it definitely fits the vibe because she is trying to bring in that like happiness that Megan Thee Stallion can, as being like that, you know, feminist who can be that woman who gets around and is not ashamed of it, and she's an inspiration for a lot of people, and I appreciate her being that for a lot of people. Like, it's really impressive to see how far she's come in life. With that said, here are my favorites. So top tier are the standouts, the songs I love, the songs I'm going to be playing over and over again and finding every lyric and figuring it out. Songs in the middle are songs that I like. They're going to get added to my playlist, but I might not always listen to them, or I might not click on them as much. And then songs at the bottom are not really my thing. Doesn't mean they're a bad song, doesn't mean they can't be your favorite song. Just means they're probably not for me. They're just songs that might be forgettable or just have a sound that I don't really like, and that's okay. We have different opinions, and that's what makes us human. If you like this video, please like it. Just comment down below if you'd like me to react or listen to next. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be, and thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Just smile,